Okay, welcome to today's video. I'm here with Jordan, who is the founder and CEO of Hayes Media. I'm Daniel. I'm the head of retention marketing at Hayes Media. And today we're going to be talking about the 7 key insights from working with over 24 8-figure e-commerce brands.
In today's age with D2C and e-commerce and the fact that competition is always rising, you need to build brand. And a way to build brand nowadays is personal brand is the most trusted. Personal brands are the strongest they've ever been. So if you can build a personal brand around your brand or within your brand, whether, as Dan said, whether that's someone on your team, someone that they hear from. We've worked with ecom brands that have they're very founder-led, and a lot of the emails we send are around from that founder. If you're a founder-led brand, if you like to be in the limelight, a lot of founders don't, then create that connection, because someone receiving an email from a founder or the CEO of the company, there's value in that. So yeah, that's just one idea there.
Yeah, I love the idea. However, how can you measure whether or not it's making an impact on the conversion rates or an email in general?
I think you can track those metrics. You can A/B test email from the founder versus standard email. Look at your metrics that you can see. But even if they're the same, I think there's something that is hard to track, that is brand equity. As you guys know, the value of a brand is on the balance sheet, right? If you want to sell the brand, that's part of the sell value. So you got to be careful, because if you sell the brand and it's very founder led, it might be harder to actually sell. So you might want to build up a fictional character, or even someone else on the team. We do this for our clients. We have someone else on the team in a authoritative position that makes sense for the product, and then we just roll with that. And if that person ends up leaving the team, we switch them, and that's it. So that could be something that, and then maybe the founder emails are just injected more on a time-to-time basis. So yeah, that could just be another way to go about it.
Awesome. And just to add on to that, the measuring, some specific things that came to mind that you can look at as well. And this is more over time, right? And if you use, for example, ASP like Klaviyo, you can get this data from the dashboard, the business review dashboard. And in terms of your deliverability metrics, so your open rates, click-through rates, your spam complaints, and even your unsubscribe rates, have a look over the last 12 to 24 months. Are they improving or are they going down? Are they on the decline, or are they going up on the uptrend? If they're going on the decline, likelihood is you have an engagement problem, which means what we're talking about here is going to help with that. Being more personal is definitely one way to do that, and trying out these plain text personalized emails are going to help as well. And building these different avatars that talk about different points are going to, again, connect with your audience, especially if you have stories that you can use about the product and the problem that customers face. For example, founders saying, hey, I had the same problem as you. I found out a solution. I understand how you feel, why you feel the way you feel. And tell a story, send an email that really taps into the emotions behind how customers and subscribers are feeling, and how, softly, not hard selling, but softly saying that, hey, this product is going to help you on that journey, on that path to where we want to go. And it's almost like the hero's journey that comes to mind there as well a little bit, which I know a lot of, maybe e-commerce doesn't tap into that much, but I know a lot of coaches do that massively, don't they?
Yeah, info as well. There's a lot you can take from the info and coaching industry and apply it to e-commerce. It's like a red ocean to blue ocean strategy.
Yeah.
Right, you take something in a red ocean where it's very competitive and it's kind of saturated, and you bring that over to a industry where maybe the industry is also a red ocean, but that tactic in particular can open up a little bit of a blue ocean.
Reminds me of a brand we worked with, which we did a soap opera welcome series with them, which is I don't know any e-commerce stores that do a soap opera welcome series. I remember writing these for coaches around entrepreneurship and finance. Massively, the soap opera welcome series. If you guys are listening to this, give that a Google search, the soap opera welcome series. I know the brand we tried it with, it was a bit of it took some testing to get it right, which again is sometimes the case. It might not work the first time. That's why you've got to test, you've got to figure these things out. But if it fits for the brand, if it makes sense to have this kind of setting the stage based on I've been where you were and now I'm not there anymore. If it makes sense to do that with your brand, I guess in my mind, skincare brands come to mind. I suffered with acne when I was in my teenage years. If I found a brand that really understood my struggle, the lack of self-confidence, the fact that I felt like everybody was judging me, those kind of feelings. If a brand could tap into that in a way that was hey, we're here for you, we actually have a community full of people who have been there and recovered is super invaluable.
Yeah, and that goes back to building brand with personal brand. So yeah, you can take one of those two options, I think, as we outlined. Build a brand as a personal brand, very founder-led, or use someone else within the company if you want to continue to, I guess, stay in the background and yeah.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to tell your story, really, because people want to hear it. So just to summarize, one final thought. Jordan, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to put you on the spot here.